What's good with y'all, man? We back. It's been a minute, but it's Juice back here with another Word of the Week podcast video. I took a little bit of a break from these videos just because I've had a lot going on with life and figuring things out. But we back on track with it, and I'm excited to get this series back going on. I'm Channing, aka Juice, and this is my Word of the Week podcast series. And with this Word of the Week, what I do is I pick a word, or I have someone pick a word about what we can use to implement into the next week and better ourselves, better each other, and better our overall mindset to achieve greater things and strive to achieve greater things. So this is what it's all about. But this week's word of the week will be a word that we've previously had. I have my boy Caleb Carley, will actually be featuring on this word of the week video. I had him pick a word that he's been um, using to implement and better himself. And the word that he brought up was confidence. So this week's word of the week will be confidence. But before we get into the video and him featuring and him talking about the word of the week, I just want to say thank y'all for continuing to support. And yeah, man, let's get into the video. It's us. So I asked Caleb why confidence has been such a big word of the week for him, and he said he's just implemented it in all of his life and all that he's strived to do. He is a realtor now. He does a lot. He has an internship with a construction company. He does a lot of things, and to go into the different avenues and scenarios that he's put into that he's never been into before, you could easily not be confident and look like you do not belong. But he's someone that is doing using that is almost like he said, fake it till you make it, right? Sometimes. But he's showing exuding confidence. So when he's in these atmospheres that he's never been in before, he's looking like he's a veteran, like he's been here before. Like he talked about how when he was on the construction site, he had to tell this guy that's been doing construction for 20 plus years, since he's almost been alive, that, hey, you got to stop doing the construction that you're doing right now. That takes a lot of confidence. I don't feel like someone that's not confident will be able to do that and will be able to do it in a manner that he did. So I know that for me, when I talk about confidence and how I try to do confidence, it's all about building belief. You're confident when you've done something multiple times over and over and over again. And sometimes it's not easy, but with continuous practice and putting yourself in difficult situations, you'll be confident when you're put in that situation again, right? Because you know you've done it before. You've built your belief that you're able to achieve this and pass this test with flying colors. I asked him, how do you remain confident and not cocky? I feel like there's a fine line. I feel like you need to be confident in everything that you do. You have to have a sort of charisma and a sort of an edge to you in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve, and be the best version of yourself and be the best ever at what you want to do. Because I know that's truly the goal for me, is to be the best at what I do, whether it's soccer, whether it's my business, whether it's my author business, whether it's my podcast. I want to be the best, right, at whatever it is, and no matter how long it takes, I want to be the best. So I have to already believe that I am the best, or that I'm right there to being the best, right? But with that comes a line, because you want to be confident, but then you have to stop when it gets to the verge of cockiness. Because I feel like people that are cocky, they always talk a lot, right? They always talk a lot. They talk a big game, but they never can back it up. So you never want to be that person. You want to be the person that talks a little bit and is confident and is humble, but you never want to be the person that talks too much and is over crossing that line of being cocky. Because usually the last person in the room is not the most confident person in the room. Let that sink in. So how do you plan to use the word of the week confidence in every word of the week, or in this week? I would say for me, it's like I said, I've been going through a lot this past 2-3 months, right? I've been super busy with my author business, my public speaking business, and soccer as well. I've had a lot of moving parts going on. I'm actually visiting my parents right now, so it's good to have a little bit of a at home feeling and chill out a little bit. But also, I'm still busy, still got things going on. But it's nice to know that you have loved ones around you and you can depend on them through anything. But I would say what I'm going to use this week is I actually go to Austin this week for a meeting and an event. And I would say something I want to be confident in and use confidence is to act like I've been there before. Um, ask questions. Be confident. Walk with my head held high. Don't put my head down. Know that no question is a bad question. Continue to learn from these people. I feel like people that ask questions and want to learn are the most confident people because they are acknowledging that they don't know everything, but they want to learn and they have the will to learn. And a lot of people can't say that, right? A lot of people want to act like they know everything and are all knowing, but that's not the case. I feel like that I'll never be able to stop learning. There's always more that I can learn and more that I can improve on. So that's what I say is my biggest thing is using confidence is just confidence in myself to know that when I'm put in these scenarios this week that I can achieve them and that I can fit in with these places and also excel in these places. So when I'm training as well, just to be confident and know that all this training is going to pay off and that with the right opportunity, I'll be able to uh, to ball out and just make the most of my opportunity. Right, that's all it is. So, what gives me confidence, and where do I gain confidence from? I would say something that gives me confidence is always falling back on my faith in God, knowing that God always has a plan, and that God's plan is greater than mine, and that with practice, perseverance, and patience, and my faith in God, I'll be able to achieve anything that I want to achieve. Right. There is nothing holding me back except myself. So, with that being said, I have to be confident. I have to keep pushing forward, and that's just truly where I get my confidence from is God, and also just continuous hours of practice, work ethic, late hours, late nights, putting myself in tough situations since I've been a young kid. Those tough situations and things have allowed me to build my confidence to where it is today, and know that I can achieve anything and I can do anything I want to in this life. Right? There's nothing stopping me. So, what is my advice to someone that may be struggling with confidence? I would say my advice is to find out what it is that you truly want to do. Find out what it is you're truly passionate about. Find out what it is that you truly care about. Because what does it mean to be confident in something that you don't truly care about? Or how can you truly be confident if you don't truly know who you are? Right. So sometimes you have to take a second, maybe write in your journal or dig deep down and take a one-on-one approach with yourself and look in the mirror and be like, who am I? What do I want to be? And you'll allow to see what truly matters to you, what values are important to you, and how you can improve as a person and as yourself. And in doing so, you'll realize what you can be confident in, why you should be confident, because every person in this world has a reason to be confident. Every person in this world has a reason to um, be confident because they're unique. Everyone provides something different in this world that no one else can provide, right? So that's just why everyone should be confident, no matter if you're struggling with it. It may take time, but you eventually will be confident and realize that you can achieve anything in this world. So that's what I would say is important. But this is my take on the word of the week, confidence, and how I'm going to use confident. Remain confident this week. I think this was a great word of the week. This is one that I've used previously in the past, but I'm glad that Caleb brought this one up because I think it's one that I truly need for this upcoming week, and I think it's one that everyone needs at all times. And I think it's something that we had to talk about with regarding cockiness and confident. There's a fine line, but with remaining confident, you'll be able to fit in any scenario and achieve anything. But now I think it's time to ask Caleb and have him talk about what his thoughts were and and the questions I asked him and his responses, because I feel like he had some very good insight about the word confidence. Also, like I said, I met Caleb when I was at the Ohio State University. He cut my hair a couple of times. Got to hang out with him a couple of times as well. I would say he's a great person, great entrepreneur, great business person, great friend. He's just a real person that you would want to connect with. And also, if you're ever in Columbus and you need a realtor needs, he's a realtor. If you need a haircut, hit him up. He'll give you a haircut. But man, this is a guy with a bright future ahead, and I'm happy to call my friend and someone that I can depend on and talk to just about life and just things in general. So, Caleb, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you for getting on this video and this podcast, man. It's much appreciated. I love everything that you're doing. Um, you have been someone that has not been afraid to be unique. you've continued to push yourself through it all, and I appreciate that, and I commend you for it, brother. Truly, truly is inspiring, and you're inspiring young kids. You're inspiring people your own age, man. So just continue to keep going and keep pushing. And yeah, let's hear what you got to say about the word of the week. I really loved your answers, so I'm excited for them to hear yours.
What is up, everybody? My name is Caleb Crawley. I'm currently a realtor here at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. I just graduated from The Ohio State University with a degree in architecture with honors research in entrepreneurship and innovation. My goal is to become a real estate developer. I will soon be applying for grad school here in the next year or so, hopefully trying to leave the city and experience something new. I'm also a proud member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And I guess in my free time, one thing I really like to do, I'm really interested in working out. I like to cook. I like to travel, just try a lot of new things and different forms of entrepreneurship. And you can find me on Instagram at Caleb dot underscore C underscore or at Caleb Crawley Realtor. Those are my two main pages. And let's get to it. And in my words, confidence is really just how sure are you of the fact that you're going to do what you say that you're going to do. How much conviction do you have with the way that you carry yourself and the outcome to what you're about to do. And the easiest way to predict the outcome is to do it a lot. And if you often tell yourself that you're going to do something and you often don't do it, you're not going to be confident because the past that you've seen has proven that you're not going to be able to do it. But if you do something successfully over time to the point that even becomes boring, you know the outcome. Like when I get in my car, I know I'm not gonna mistake where I sit down, sit in the driver's seat. Something as simple as that. Like I don't know. Just for example, like I was a campus barber when I went to Ohio State, and I've cut probably at least 4,000. I've done at least 4,000 haircuts to the point where it's almost boring. Like I know how to cut hair, even to the point where if you come and tell me, oh, you don't know how to cut hair, I don't even have to respond because I know that I know how to cut hair. Other people know that I know how to cut hair. You can look it up. So that's confidence. I don't have to. I'm not shy. I'm completely sure of the fact that I know how to do that, and that's where I feel like confidence comes from. It's just the conviction of knowing that you can do something, and when you know that, you speak clearer, you stand up straighter, you poke your chest out, and you know that you are able to do something because you've done it before. Yeah, confidence has been a huge word for me recently, especially being at this age. And a lot of the goals that I set are pretty ambitious and kind of beyond what I feel like a lot of people my age are doing. So in many instances, I kind of have to grow out of the person that I am, and it kind of requires me to do a lot of things that I don't have the experience of doing, and a lot of that you're not going to gain until you put yourself in that position, and then the confidence comes from that competence. But in order to get the confidence, you have the confidence to get up and try something, and a lot of times that's kind of a new challenge that I force myself to do almost every day is try something hard that you're not comfortable with doing, but it's something that the voice in your head tells you to do. And another thing I feel like confidence comes from is from just doing the things that you tell yourself that you're going to do. Like a lot of the time, it's even the boring tasks as far as, okay, today I'm going to get up at this time. I'm going to make my breakfast. I'm going to eat this at work. I'm going to do this and I'm going to go work out and I'm going to work on this video or these calls. And it's something as simple and straightforward as that. And it's a list. But every time that you don't do that, you're kind of stacking a loss in that sense. And in order to win the day, if you continue to win and do things that you said you're going to do and follow through, then you're going to be sure that you're the type of person that can follow through with what you say. And the only person that hears all these promises and knows whether they break it or not is you. So it depends on how well do you keep a reputation with yourself. And the better you are doing that, the more confident you are. The more confident that you are, people will kind of gravitate towards that, especially if you're in business. People don't want to do business with somebody who's not confident. If I'm a realtor, nobody wants to do business with somebody that doesn't have confidence, that doesn't know what they're doing. And I mean, the least you can do at the beginning is fake it. So that's what I'm on. Confidence versus cockiness. This is often a debate that I struggle with myself. Now, a lot of the times I feel like people put this idea of like a fake competition with other people in their head, or this idea that, you know, there are these critics or there are these haters that are coming after them. And a lot of the times I feel like that's not even a confidence issue, that's an insecurity issue. If I'm insecure, then I carry on with my life worried about what the next person thinks because I'm not secure with myself and I don't have the confidence in myself to not care what other people think about what I'm doing. Like confidence isn't thinking, oh, I'm sure that I'm better than them. Confidence is I'm sure that I'm good at doing me, which is different than them. Or even like if I'm in sales, so if I go into a sale thinking, "Oh, I'm confident that I can sell them this. I'm confident that I can get them to believe that," that's not what matters. I'm confident in the fact that if they choose me, I can serve them to the best of my ability. I'm confident that I have a good product, I have a good service. If they choose not to, oh well, on to the next person. And I don't dwell, I'm not upset because I know for a fact that it's a good service. So confidence, a lot of times in life, I feel like, you know, confidence between cockiness is, I guess, more of a security issue, in my opinion, than it is a confidence issue. And a lot of time, people that are cocky might not be incredibly confident, and they might just want to be loud. Because oftentimes, the loudest guy in the room doesn't necessarily have to be the most powerful or the most able. So I would be careful of those people. So, how do I plan to use confidence throughout my daily life this week? So, for me, I am starting out as a realtor, and in many cases, I just lack the experience that you would see from an agent that has been doing this for 20 to 30 years, and I've been doing it for less than one. Now, a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of things that I just don't know. And the only way that I can get to knowing these things is by associating myself with a mentor. And the mentor will teach me new ideas and help me gain more experiences. And these experiences will give me competence. Now, with the competence, I can apply these skills and know for a fact and be secure in the fact that I can help people and I can provide a good service. And that gives me the confidence to know that I know this. And it helps a little bit because it helps me go into the deal knowing that I know what I'm doing. And with this confidence, I've tried a lots of new creative marketing ideas with even reaching out to a whole bunch of realtors and just helping film their listing just for the sake of getting better at promo. And one thing I never thought I would do is like sitting right here, I have a mic and I'm in front of a camera. That's something that I never saw myself doing. So just being able to continue applying these things and keep pushing my comfort level threshold, because the more I do that, again, that'll give me the confidence to know that I'm good at escaping my comfort zone, and I'm pretty sure that I can handle that well. What I would tell the person that struggles to find their confidence is to just listen to that voice in your head. Now, a lot of the times you have an idea, you have a goal, you know what you want to be, and every moment you have a voice in your head that is just speaking to you, telling you what exactly you need to do. And at least I do for me. So if I have an idea, if there's something that I want to do, even if I don't have it written down, which I probably should, there's always a voice in my head, like a conscience that leads me to the right direction. Now, if you just follow that voice, sometimes it might be uncomfortable, something you don't feel like doing, something that you're scared to do. I promise you, they're doing it will be so much more rewarding than not doing it. I'd rather go to bed that night knowing I did something and failed and was uncomfortable in it, but I did it, than going to bed knowing that I'll never know because I didn't do it. Because you're gonna say that you're not gonna do it today, and then tomorrow comes, next week, next month, whatever, and you didn't do it. So next time that you have something come up that you need to do, you're gonna be like, oh well, even if I think back to that one time, I didn't do it. So that makes it that much harder for me to believe that I can do something else. And the more that you don't do it, it's going to take longer for you to try it because you're going to think of your last time, which you chose not to do it. And now your confidence is tanked. So the only way you can kind of build this is by, little by little trying these new things. And eventually they'll build up. Some things might be bigger risks or bigger kind of jumps in the deep end than others, but I guarantee you that's the best thing you can do to build your confidence. The biggest thing that gives me my confidence is knowing that I trust myself to control all of the things that I can control. I do not focus on the outcome. I take joy in the tasks that I carry out throughout the day that I say that I'm going to do. And for me, if it boils down to anything, I know when I wake up, I'm going to make my bed. I'm going to go to work. When I get off work, I'm going to do my prospecting. I'm going to work on my videos, and I'm going to go to the gym. And that does not change. That never changes. Just like getting up and brushing your teeth, that doesn't change. So as long as you can be consistent with those things, then it will start to carry over, because my ideology is that the way you treat one thing is the way you treat the next. And if I just really focus on being consistent, then that just helps me build my confidence. And I continue to try new things. Like, for example, I have an internship. I'm working at a construction site. I went into the internship not knowing anything about construction. And having to go and talk at a meeting or meet a stranger. And for example, like my first week there, I had to go on the site and tell somebody to go fix something. Somebody that's been doing construction 20 years. He probably didn't sleep last night. He's probably pissed off. And some kid that doesn't know anything told him that he needed to quit putting holes in the wall that we hadn't paid for yet. That's scary because he's just this big, huge construction guy. But or if I go into I set an appointment with somebody and I have no idea what I'm talking about. I mean, it would probably behoove you to learn, what to talk about, but over time, just by putting yourself in that situation, then you will gain the confidence. There's really kind of no easy way around it, no light, like nice, light, easy way that I can put it. But I guarantee you, if you just start doing something that is out of your comfort zone, but it's what you should be doing, then continue to be consistent in that, you will see the growth, you will find the joy in that process, and your confidence will just compound and radiate. And one thing I'm working on right now is just being able to articulate myself better. I have a lot of good ideas in my head, in my opinion, and I have a lot of talents that I feel like go unnoticed because I don't speak up, because I'm not articulate, because it seems like I'm not confident with the way that I speak. And that is something that I've been taking great strides on working on. So hopefully I can continue doing that moving forward. And that is something that will hopefully pay off in the end. As long as I keep doing what I'm doing, then whatever the result is, I'm happy with. And if there's any last thing that I have to say, um, if you are a family member is interested in selling a piece of real estate, no, I'm just kidding. But I would say learn to find joy in what you're doing. Learn that people aren't judging you as harshly as you think they are. A lot of times you'll think it's a competition. A lot of times you feel like people are like hating on you. You feel like there's all this negativity, so much pressure. I promise you there's not. I promise you, anybody that makes fun of you for trying something new is either not doing what they want to do in their life, or they want to be where you are. So the fact that you can stick your neck out and continue to try new things is a win.
With that being said, man, I think this was one of the best Word of the Week podcast videos I've had, and it's good to get back into doing these videos and talking to you all. And I feel like this is just very therapeutic for me, and I feel like this is something that can help everybody, right? I know it helps me tremendously in my life, so I'm just glad and thankful for all of you that continue to watch these videos and subscribe and support me. But I think that's it for the Word of the Week. Confidence, continue to be confident, continue to work hard, continue to put the work in, continue to practice perseverance and patience, and get 1% better every day. That's all it is. I also got on my 1% apparel shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Spread your wings. Continue to spread your wings as well, man. And if you want one, DM me, send me a message, comment below, whatever, and I can send you one of these shirts. I'll tell you how much they're, and I'll send you one of these shirts, right? So, and also I will give away a free shirt to someone that likes, comments, and subscribes and follows me on all of my social media platforms. I will give you a free shirt. So whoever does that first, let me know, and I'll give you a free shirt. Send me a screenshot. But much love to you all. Good to be back. Like I said, God bless. And I look forward to the next Word of the Week video. It's coming up soon. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please comment. Please subscribe. Much love. And just just remember, this is the beginning, man. This is the beginning. There's a lot of big things ahead in 2024 and beyond, right? So let's keep going. Juice out. Much love. Peace. Oh, yeah, it's the back though too. Peace. Stay confident. Love.